Sup guys, my name is Courtney Budson if you are new here, and this is What's for Din. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a really quick recipe. I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful spring roasted vegetable side dish. This is perfect if you are into meal prepping because it's absolutely delicious and it's so quick and easy to make, and the colors just scream spring. So I know you guys are going to love this recipe. So without further ado, let's get started. So for the vegetables, we're going to start off by prepping some asparagus and some radishes. Now I know what you're thinking, radishes are not everyone's favorite, but let me tell you, when you roast them, the flavor changes drastically. So when prepping asparagus, you want to make sure that you take off that woody stem that doesn't become tender when it's in the oven. So in order to find that tender point, I do this little bendy motion as you can see me doing here, and it'll snap right where it's tender, and then you can just throw that woody end away. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead and chop them in half. For the radishes, you just want to cut off the ends and then chop them into fourths so that they're not too large. You want everything to be relatively about the same size so it roasts nice and even. We're also going to be using some fingerling potatoes. Go ahead and use red skin if that's what you have. I like these because all I have to do is wash them and cut them in half, and they are the perfect size. And to amp up the flavor, I also like to put in some chopped up onion along with some carrot. And all I do is chop the carrot in half and then chop it again until I get these tiny little matchsticks. You don't want them to be too thin and you don't want them to be too thick, otherwise they won't roast evenly. So I toss all of that into a bowl, and then we're going to drizzle it with some olive oil. Now be liberal because this is a lot of veggies that you want to get coated. So go ahead and toss that so everything's nice and coated, and then pour it out onto a baking sheet. You can line it with parchment paper if you want to, but my pan is non-stick so I don't have to. Now we're going to go ahead and season it with salt, pepper, chili powder, some garlic powder, and some dried oregano. Now I know those sound like weird spices, but when it comes to roasting vegetables, using spices like this really brings out their flavor. So now we're going to throw this in a 450-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. Now that's a big gap, but it really depends on how big your vegetables are, how small you cut them, so just keep an eye on it until the potatoes are nice and fork tender and everything is roasted nice and golden brown. It smells so good in here. I'm telling you, when you roast vegetables, you're getting the optimal taste out of them. It smells amazing, and I can't wait to bite it. So here we go. I have a little bit of everything: the potato, onion, asparagus, carrot, and radish. It's all on here. Oh my. And I will tell you, I got this recipe from a friend of mine, and before this, I had never ever tried to actually roast radishes in the oven. I always just ate them raw, but roasting them in the oven really changes their flavor. They're a lot more mild, they're a little bit more sweet, so it's a really great way to get extra nutrition into your diet. It is phenomenal. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people get sick of roasted vegetables because it's all they eat, and they only season them with salt and pepper. On this channel, we season things. We season things, and we season them good. And that's what makes everything taste amazing, because you're using liberal amount of seasoning and you're bringing out all the natural flavors when it's roasting in the oven. So this is phenomenal. I know you guys are gonna love this. Perfect for meal prepping. You can have this with a side of grilled chicken breast or whatever you want. So if you guys want the written recipe, just look below in the description box. And if you did like this video, don't forget to smack that like button. And if you're already subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to turn on the little bell notifications. That way you get notified every single time I upload a video. For some reason, YouTube is deciding to change things up. So there's a chance that if you're subscribed to me, you're not gonna see my videos unless you hit the bell button, which is really stupid. So good job, YouTube. Good job. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time. Peace.